If you only knew the power of the dark side, it is your destiny.
Hello everyone, this is Take the Gate. It is August 20th, 2014, and I am bringing you a story from Raw Story, and it is titled, Ohio Kids Devastated After Officer Shoots Tame Deer in Front of Them. It Was My Best Friend, by David Edwards. And Ohio community said this week that children in the neighborhood were devastated after they witnessed an officer shoot a deer that had become so friendly that it regularly ate out of people's hands. In a photo and video obtained by WTRF, the deer can be seen playing with people in the Clarington community. Residents said that the Ohio Department of Natural Resources and Wildlife officer who was stalking the deer asked parents to bring children inside Monday so that he could shoot it. However, residents who wanted to see the deer relocated refused, and the officer eventually gave up on that day. But Wednesday, Shannon Lee told WTRF that the officer returned and shot the deer as both of her daughters watched. So, what we have here is a wildlife officer who most likely just got his guns from President Obama, and he's using his authority in an abusive way to fire guns in a residential neighborhood at wildlife, because he figures that they're so tame that they can't forage on their own. Whether or not that the deer would walk up to a hunter remained to be seen, but the deer was so young apparently that it could theoretically be retrained to survive in nature. However, Ohio most likely does not have facilities to retrain deer to forage for food in nature. So this is why the officer decided to shoot. Now, both sides of the argument are completely absurd, especially when you consider the fact that if we are supposedly so ingrained to be Bible believers that Noah rescued the animals on the ark and they were able to forage on their own. So I'm not going to quip about who's right or wrong in this, but I will play you a small clip.
On a Story 7 News brought you earlier this week, the deer that has been roaming the village of Clarington was shot and killed by an Ohio Department of Natural Resources officer.
People all over the village are shocked and angry over the incident. The deer is said to be extremely friendly, and it was even eating right out of people's hands. However, a wildlife officer who spent a lot of time tracking that animal and said it needed to be killed for the safety of the residents.
Now he's saying the safety of the residents. So we can assume that the safety of the residents might mean wild, unpredictable animals or some type of disease, possibly carried by a disease-bearing tick, like Lyme's disease, for instance. However, I don't see that as being the case. The case is that if this wildlife officer was so ingrained and adamant about shooting the deer and resigned to shoot the deer, he could have tranquilized the deer and moved it to a safe location and or a facility that would be able to teach it how to forage in the wild and survive. However, that did not happen, and that is why we have a gung-ho mentality in our police state today. This is Take the Gate. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Signing out.